Hello students, welcome in another session of 12 Computer Science. So let us proceed. Chapter 1 Operating System in Paper 1. In previous session we have already seen what do you mean by operating system, functions of operating system. What is the definition of operating system? Operating system is the interface between user of a computer and hardware of a computer. So, student, in today's session, I am going to explain features of different operating system. Now, students, you know different types of operating system. Okay? Different types of operating system, you know different names of operating system. For example, Windows 98, Windows 95, Unix operating system, now you know Vista, okay, etc. But students, starting operating system means Microsoft developed the operating system, first operating system as MS-DOS. What do you mean by MS-DOS? MS-DOS is Microsoft DIX operating system for the first IBM personal computer. For the first IBM personal computer means starting operating system, first developed operating system is MS-DOS, Microsoft DIX operating system. The initial version DOS 1.0 was released in August 1981. Later on, Microsoft developed higher version of DOS by 1990. And Microsoft had a version of graphical user interface called as Windows 3.0. Now, what is the difference between this graphical user interface means Windows 3.0 or MS-DOS? Mainly difference in MS-DOS is you can't use mouse, but in later on Microsoft developed higher version of DOS, that is Windows. In this Windows operating system we can use mouse. Okay student, this was more user friendly than DOS because advanced version is. In 1995, Microsoft developed a more user-friendly operating system called as Windows 95. Which operating system? Windows 95. Now, Windows 98 is the upgraded version of Windows operating system. Now, see, first developed higher version of DOS is Windows 3.0. Okay, in this Windows graphical user interface means GUI is the higher version. Later on developed Windows 95 and then upgraded version Windows 98. Now see student, in Windows 98, see the features. Let us see features of Windows 98. First feature is easier to use. Now you know Windows operating system, and also you can operate many times. You have to operate many times operating these operating systems. Now first feature is easier to use. Easier to use. See, Windows 98 is a single user multitasking operating system. Is a single user multitasking operating system. Means navigating around your computer is easier in Windows 98. Suppose you can open a file by single click. You can use multiple monitors with a single computer. Multiple monitors with a single computer means suppose you can open one file in Excel sheets, another file in Word, another file in PowerPoint. Like this means user use multiple monitors with a single computer. Thus, you can increase the size of your workspace. Increase the size of your workspace. Installation of new hardware can be easily. Installation of new hardware is easily because Windows 98 supports the Universal Serial Bus standard. Now you know USB connection. Without disturbing any hardware part, you can easily install or remove through USB bus, allowing you to plug in new hardware and use it immediately without restarting your computer. That is the main advantage of this Windows 98. We can use digital cameras and other digital imaging devices. So, Windows 98 is very easy to use. Now, see, second features in Windows 98 is faster. Faster, in this feature, Windows and programs open faster than ever before. Windows and programs open faster than ever before. By using Maintenance Wizard, the computer speed and efficiency can be improved. Using Maintenance Wizard, you can use FAT32 file system to store more efficiently and save hard disk space. Efficiently and save hard disk space means in these faster features you can use FAT32 file system. FAT means file allocated table. This table allocated at the time of installation of operating system. Okay student, understood what do you mean by faster? Now next feature is true web integration. True web integration, you know web means, okay, using World Wide Web is easier and faster. Using World Wide Web means www is easier and faster. The connection to web is simple. The web connection is very simple in this operating system. Web pages can be viewed in any window. You can make your favorite web page. Web pages can be viewed in any window. You can make your favorite web pages. In Microsoft Outlook means the internet conference can also be arranged. The Microsoft Outlook Express, you can send email and post messages to internet news groups. Okay student, what do you mean by true web integration? Mainly in Windows 98 it can be easily connected to internet and web pages can be viewed in any window. Now next is more entertaining. More entertaining, Windows 98 supports DVD and digital audio. You can play, now you know DVD and digital audio. Every student very well known DVD and digital audio. You can play high quality digital movies and audio on the computer. The television broadcast also observed on computer means you can also all systems available in computer. Also you can see all programs, whatever seen in TV, that programs also sit in computer attached some kit. Okay, so the television broadcast also be observed on computer. Now Windows 98 consists of three components, means Windows 98 divided into three main components. First one is program manager. Second one is file manager. and third one is control panel. Now student, what is the purpose for every one this computer? So let us see one by one purposes of this each component. First, see program manager. Program manager, it provides user interface to start and stop application. What is the function of program manager? It provides user interface to start and stop application. It is used to organize various applications into different graphs and also used to end the Microsoft Windows section. Okay, understood? What is the purposes or functions of program manager? Interface to start and stop application, also used to end the Microsoft Windows section. Now see, next component is file manager. This file manager, file means, file means suppose you can open Microsoft Word, and in that Microsoft Word some documents are there and stored, give some name, that is, it is called as file, means that data stored in some file. So file manager, it is tool to help to organize user files and directories and files. It can also be used to traverse through the file system and to change drive. Traverse means at least one times each part run in this system. It is also used to search, copy, move, create or delete files and directories. Applications can be started directly from the file manager by clicking on an application icon. Suppose open Microsoft Word in Windows. Okay, without going in menu, you can directly click on toolbar icons. Okay, that is the shortcut for every command. So this file manager is organize files and directories, also started clicking on an application icon, also change the drive. This is the functions of file manager. Now control panel. Now control panel means in control panel can set all types of hardwares. Means it can be used to choose or change schemes in the application. Choose or change schemes in the application. It can also be used to select and display the background of the screen. Suppose you want to change the wallpaper on screen, means display screen, that is the background on the screen, through this control panel. We can add or remove fonts and view fonts on the screen. Also you can add or remove hardware parts. Suppose you want to add new printer, then you can add or also you can remove. It can also be used to configure printers and other ports on the PC. This is the functions of control panel. Understood student? Features of Windows 98. First feature is easier to use. Second one is faster. Third one is true web integration, and fourth one is more entertaining. And these are the three components for Windows 98: Program Manager, File Manager and Control Panel. Now students, next feature is, or next operating system is Windows NT. Now Windows NT is a full-fledged operating system like Windows. Full-fledged operating system like Windows. Windows NT is a multi-user, multitasking and multi-threading operating system. It is a multitasking, multi-user, multi-threading operating system. Multi-user means more than one user can operate simultaneously, same as multitasking or multi-threading. Now see, In multi-user multitasking or multi-threading, you will get a fast response when multiple applications are running. Means more than one applications are running, then response are very fast in this Windows NT operating system. Tasks are scheduled by the operating system by giving a time slice to each task, and when its time slice is over, the next one is started. Means student, suppose you want to enter a job. Suppose 10 students are working in computer simultaneously, or 5, 2 or 3 students or jobs are run on these operating system. At that time, operating system by giving a time slice for each task, and when its time slice is over, the next one is started. The previously running task is resumed when its turn comes again. Understood, student? Now in multi-threading, what do you mean by multi-threading? A task can be subdivided into smaller units called threads. Task can be subdivided. What do you mean by task? Task means user work, and this task divide giving for each task give a time slice. Okay, and multi-threading means task can be subdivided into smaller units called threads. Each thread has an independent flow of control within a task. Means different threads can be scheduled and executed independently. Okay, so Windows NT is a multitasking, multi-user and multi-threading operating system. Windows NT is a 32-bit operating system. Windows NT is 32-bit operating system. A user will get faster response even though multiple applications are running, because this system or this operating system supports more than one user can run simultaneously, so it will give also faster response for every user. Windows NT supports virtual memory management system to allow multi-programming. It supports virtual memory. What do you mean by virtual memory? Virtual memory, it is also called as imaginary memory. And where it is used? Student, when main memory space is, suppose you want to store some data, but that data stored in main memory, but in main memory space is not available, then main memory or real memory can call memory space from virtual memory. Virtual memory is a imaginary memory space. Then virtual memory can send some that memory, virtual memory divided into same sizes of pages, then required pages sent in real memory. This is a function of virtual memory. Understood, student? Now next is Windows NT uses new technology file system. NTFS, new technology file system. New technology file system means Windows NT supports file transfer, email services and resources sharing on a network. Windows NT can interact with all networking systems like Novell NetWare. Interact with all networking systems like Novell NetWare. Windows NT uses new technology file system. It supports new technology file system. In NTFS, file names can be 256 characters long. See, what is the length of file? It accepts till up to 256 characters. Now NTFS also implements fault tolerance. security, and has supports for very large files. Means in Windows NT stored more memory space or more memory files. Okay, and it fault tolerance. What do you mean by tolerance? Tolerance means error value, either plus or minus. Okay, in minor percentage. It is also expressed in percentage. Tolerance expressed in percentage value or percent error. So NTFS also implements fault tolerance, security, and has supports for very large files. And last one feature is symmetric multiprocessing in Windows NT allow it to schedule various tasks on any CPU in a multiprocessor system. Means Windows NT is divided into different subsystems and layers. This operating system divided into different subsystems and layers. So this layer provides all hardware specific functions or different on different hardware platforms. It can handle multiprocessor synchronization. Means this Windows NT supports symmetric multiprocessing. So it is called as symmetric multiprocessing, means more than one process can run simultaneously. This is the features of Windows NT. Understood, student? Now next is features of Linux. What do you mean by Linux? Linux is an operating system. You know Unix. Linux is a rapidly evolving operating system. It is similar to Unix system. It is similar to Unix system. It is also compatible with Unix, or it is developed in 1991. Okay, so Linux is same as Unix system. Linux also multi-user operating system with full set of Unix compatible tools. Why it is called as full set of Unix? Because it is similar to Unix, so it is called as full set of Unix compatible tools, and it is also multi-user operating system. Linux runs on wide variety of platforms. What do you mean by platform? Means you can use any hardware platform. Okay, it is a standard environment in Linux. It provides as much as functionality from limited resources. Functionality of limited resources means this Linux is a source code was available for free on internet. Okay, or Linux, the basic Linux system is a standard environment for applications and for user programming. Now see, it can run on machine having 4 MB of RAM. Student, this operating system minimum RAM required is 4 MB. So you can install this Linux operating system. Linux presents standard interfaces to both the programmers and user. Standard interfaces to both the programmers and user, because Linux is a basic operating system. Okay, Linux is a basic operating system. It is developed a student Linus Torvalds wrote kernel for 32. It is also 32-bit processor. Linux also 32-bit processor, and it interfaces to both the programmer and user, because Linux kernel is distributed under GNU. GNU means General Public License. General Public License. Linux is not a public domain software. Public domain implies that the author have waived copyright over the software. So Linux supports a wide base application or also as well as platform, and Linux is a free software. Why it is called as free software? Because Linux source code was available for nowadays. or in early days, Linux source code was available for free on internet. So many users around the world have contributed in the development of Linux. The copyright over Linux is still held by the code's various authors. Linux is a free software. It is free in sense that people can copy it, modify it, use it in any manner they want. So Linux is a free software, and the file system in Linux obeys Unix semantics, mean same as Unix. Many commands related to Unix system. Okay, so it is a same as Unix semantics. Now in Linux system, different components are there. The Linux is composed of three main bodies of code. First, see diagrammatically various components in Linux system. See, in these components of Linux system, last one is loadable kernel modules. Okay, last layer is loadable kernel modules, then Linux kernel, then system shared libraries, and then system management programs, user processes, user utility programs, and compilers. Now, student, you know what do you mean by compiler? System libraries, files, okay, user processes, management programs. Now, see in detail these various components purposes. See, the Linux is composed of three main systems. First one is kernel. Kernel maintains all important abstraction of the operating system. Abstraction means to bind the data such as processes and virtual memory. Now you know virtual memory, it is also called as imaginary memory. That memory divided into same sizes of pages. So it is called as virtual memory. Okay. Second component in Linux system is system libraries. System libraries, library means header files. It includes header files. So in these system libraries define a standard set of functions through which application can interact with the kernel and which implements much of the operating system functionality. Means whatever necessary for program that systems, this system library provide that functions to programs. And third component is system utilities. System utilities means these are programs that perform individually. These are programs that perform individual specialized management tasks. Some system utilities may invoke just once to initialize and configure some aspects of system. In these system utilities, programs perform individually. Okay, and subsystems utilities may be invoked just once to initialize and configure some aspects of system. Okay, so student, these are the components of Linux system. Many times in board paper on this topic, ask question, explain the different components of Linux system. So student, draw this diagrammatically component of Linux system and then write kernel, system libraries and system utilities. Understood student? Different features of Windows 98, Windows NT, Linux and components of Linux system. Okay. Okay student, now end of this session 2. Thank you.